Folks, what's happening? We're back with another examination of the quality of restaurants in the wonderful world of video games. And today, we are in the beautiful world of Monster Hunter World. Strap yourselves in and let's get rocking and rolling. Folks, you're probably wondering, hey Joey C, how do we examine the quality of a restaurant in a video game? And to that, I'd give you 5 points. The first point is outside environment. Is it clean? Is there proper parking? Is it safe to go out at night? The second point is clean dining area. Is there a place to sit down and eat my food at a table in a nice chair that's clean and proper and ready for my food enjoyment? The third point is customer service. Do they even serve us? Are they polite to us? Do they give us the food? The fourth point is back kitchen inspection. Is it clean? Do they have proper appliances to cook the food? Do they safely cook the food so I don't get sick when it enters my tummy? And the fifth and final point, is there a bathroom? Every restaurant needs a bathroom, folks. You sit down, you eat your food, you digest that food, and then you poop the food out, and you want to do it in one single area. All right. Let's stop lollygagging and let's get rocking and rolling. And the first restaurant that we're going to examine today is the Canteen in the area of Astera. That rhymed, and I didn't realize that. We have a third floor real estate here, folks. This is a beautiful area, and I got to tell you, I'm very impressed so far. Let's take a look at the outside environment. I got to tell you, folks, this is a very beautiful area, and it's very organized too. And the thing that really gets me is the restaurant all the way up there is accessible because of this beautiful lift right here. Wow, that's nice. Sir, can I have a ride? And if you don't want to take the lift and you want to do some exercises, you can certainly take the stairs and do some calf exercises. You know what I'm saying? To really work out the dad muscle right there. I'm not a father, so I don't know. It's the same thing like with thermostats. I'm not a father. I don't even know how to work those. I don't even know if I have one of those in my home. But regardless, stairs if you need it. Another big point of this outside area is this whole place is a giant dock. So if you have a boat and you're coming in from out of town, you can just dock your boat at the dock, get out and enjoy this beautiful merchant and militant area. And you know it's safe because there's a plethora of military people. Plus you have all these different vendors. So if you want food, your goods, you need a Band-Aid because you cut your finger on the door, you can buy one right here. And like I said, this area has a very low crime rate because of the militant officers right here. And I got to tell you, these folks really keep this area in line. And I feel real safe standing in front of this table because if anybody gets out of line, boom, they got it handled, dude. These guys don't play around. Clean outside environment, green checkmark, baby. That's fantastic. Looking inside the restaurant, even though it's an outside restaurant, if it rains, I have no idea how that is covered because there doesn't seem to be any roof to this place, but that's beside the point. There's plenty of tables here, and I'm really digging that, dude. Lots of places to sit down and eat, and the big thing that I like about this is the tables are very large with lots of food on the tables, and that is just absolutely fantastic. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. Sorry about that. I mean, eat your bread over there. A really important part of any restaurant, if you ask me, is the seating. And again, I have to tell you how impressed I am every time I go into a restaurant, a video game, and there's proper seating with ample chairs. That's a really important thing because nobody wants to, order food and then go sit out in the woods and eat it in their to-go container. That sounds absolutely terrible. I'm here because I'm traveling from out of town. It's probably cold wherever I'm coming from. I want a nice warm seat to sit down inside and sit by the fire and eat my food. So this is absolutely fantastic. And not to mention there's a beautiful bar area behind me. So if you want to sit at the bar, which I typically don't like to do in restaurants, I like a table with a menu and a nice waitress coming over. I don't want to sit at the bar, but that's just me personally. A lot of people prefer to sit at the bar because you get quick service, which I guess is a good thing. But this area does have a beautiful bar, and I'm very impressed with that. Looking at the floor, this is the ground. This isn't necessarily a floor, but I gotta tell you, even though it is the ground, the earth, if you will, that is actual earth, it's actually pretty clean. I am thoroughly impressed with that because that is hard to do, folks. You ever tried to sweep the ground? It's not easy. There's a lot of dirt down there, and I'm very happy with this. This is beautiful. We also even have some workers hanging around organizing the place. That is fantastic. Throwback to our Fable 3 restaurant review when we actually had a waitress come over and pour somebody a drink. That was fantastic. What is this lady doing? Is that a server walking around? Oh my God, she's serving people. Yo, no way. No way. I've never seen that video game. That is amazing. And we got this lady who's restocking the food in the restaurant. Probably from down at the dock they're fishing, or they're importing food in and bringing it back up here into the restaurant. That's beautiful. This place is fucking fantastic. All that being said, folks, clean dining area. Green checkmark. This place is beautiful. 2 for 2 so far. Good Lord. Let's take a look at the customer service. Ah, good. We have Muscular Chef behind us cooking us a pre-hunt meal. And that is fantastic because he is attentive and caring and makes sure we're well fed before we go out into the wild and kill some monsters. This is fantastic customer service. He's ready to serve you at any time you're hungry. All you got to do is sit down and order the food and he'll give you the food. And on top of that, he's a great boss because he's constantly instructing his other employees how to do the work. And that is fantastic. And he's doing the work himself. He's a leader, not a boss. Christ. And that being said, customer service. Green checkmark, baby. That's fantastic. Muscular Chef and his crew are fucking fantastic. Wonderful. Good Lord. Looking at the back kitchen inspection, I gotta tell you folks, I'm very impressed because looking at this right here, we have a flat stove grill area for Muscular Chef, and he's cooking up some steaks or whatever he's making. It's very clean, it's very wide, and it's well organized, and that is really rare to come across. The fact that the grill is this clean, whether or not it's a rock or not, it's clean, and you can't beat that, especially in a world where you're constantly fighting against foodborne illnesses, for God's sakes. Another great thing that I see is we have a lot of barrels and pots and bowls of fresh fruit and food laying around, and I'm assuming it's changed daily, but the fact that it's out hot and ready like Little Caesars, ready for consumption, that's really great. And I gotta tell you, wonderful. We do see another chef above a very large pot of healthy and hearty food, which is fantastic because that food looks absolutely wonderful. Very tasty for the hunters. And another point that I really like is he's hunting a butterfly above the pot, assuming not to contaminate the food with the guts of a butterfly, which sounds like a punk rock song, but it isn't. It's what I just said. So it's very hard to come across an employee that cares about contaminating the food. Most people just clock in, contaminate the food, and leave. This guy really cares, which is really hard to come across, folks. So that gets a gold star for me. This guy's doing real good on cooking this food. One thing of note that I would like to say is that the fire is well contained underneath this very large pot, which I'm assuming you need a very large fire for. But there are wooden barrels right next to the fire, and I gotta tell you, that is a fire hazard. Although it is well contained behind some very large stones, it's just important to note that that could be a fire hazard. So unfortunately, I do have to put that in my paperwork. We might have to move those barrels slightly to the side because I'm not really liking that. The safety violations in this situation could potentially be large because the cat is leaning over this giant boiling pot of food, and somebody should call OSHA because that really isn't safe. So I'm going to suggest we get some sort of safety harness that we can put up here so we can catch him if he does fall off that little ledge. Just want to point that out though. We do have another cat off to the side here stoking the fire. Although he is standing very close to this fire, he is keeping the fire hot for the customers and the food. So I can't fault him for that because he cares about the whole operation as a whole, but it is a dangerous job, so we should look into some safety protection for this little cat. That being said, back kitchen inspection. Green checkmark, man. All three of these cats are doing wonderful. They are beautiful chefs. They keep the place clean, safe. There's a couple of bits of a safety hazard, but we're going to overlook those, folks. I am very impressed with this. The Canteen in Astera. Good stuff. Although, that leads me to my final point in the inspection. Do they have a bathroom? Nope. The answer is no. They don't have a bathroom. What do you mean? Now, that could be due to the times that we're in, but I'm assuming people don't just eat and then poop out in the woods before they're fighting monsters. No, good Lord, they need a safe, clean place to poop or pee. This is unbelievable. I am filing the paperwork today, and this place either shuts down or gets a bathroom, for God's sake. Good Lord. Sir, where's your bathroom? All right, folks, the next restaurant we're going to examine is in the very, very cold region of Seliana, and we're going to go to the Canteen here. But I'm not very happy about it. My film squad sent me over here alone, so I'm standing here in the freezing mountains with a tripod freezing my ass off, all to review a restaurant in the fucking freezing cold mountains of this place? This is absolutely terrible. Let's go inside and check it out. Like I said, folks, it is very cold here. But we are in another merchant area, so there's a lot of vendors. So if you come in from out of town and you're very cold and you need goods and supplies, you can certainly buy it here. So there's lots of different options here. Another thing I will say is this place seems to be very crowded and with lots of stuff lying around. But I gotta be honest with you, this is kind of a trade area, right? A hub area, if you will, for traders and travelers. So as a place that does a lot of trading throughout the year, the very cold year, might I add, it's freezing here, have I told you that? I'd assume there'd be a lot of stuff laying around because you're constantly trading with travelers and collecting things and trading things out. So I'm assuming that's normal. That's pretty good for the outside environment. I'm not too upset about that. Another thing I will say is all the paths throughout this little hub area in Seliana plowed. So that's pretty good in the winter. That's more than people can say in any other northeastern region in America. It's hard to get a sidewalk plowed. So the fact that this is plowed and the snow is removed, that's pretty good infrastructure, folks. That's more than people from Texas can say. Good Lord, it snows an inch of snow and the whole state shuts down. There are animals that can be ridden and used for transport of goods. And as you can see behind me, there is like a docking station, which is pretty good. So you do have a place to park your animal in your carriage and dock things if you're trading goods or importing goods inside this little town here. So if you do come in from out of town, you do have proper parking, which is a big part of outside environment. And with all that being said, checkpoint 1, outside environment. Green check mark, baby. That's fantastic. Good Lord, I am freezing. Can we please go inside the restaurant now? There seems to be a cat in this restaurant that's not cooking. See you later, kitty. We're finally inside the restaurant. I'm a bit warmer. That was brutal out there, folks. Good Lord. But this place is really beautiful. A lot of beautiful decorations. It feels very homey in here. And I really kind of dig that. And there's also a lot of beautiful rugs on the ground. And the rug really ties the room together, does it not? Although, come to think about it, I'm not seeing many tables in this lower area. But let's go up in the upper area because I think I see some tables up there. Now, we do see 2 tables here, which is very good. And they're very large tables like in the previous restaurant that we visited. So that's good. You can fit a lot of people on there. But I got to be honest with you, 2 tables, not enough for a town that hosts travelers. And there's really not ample seating here. Like, what is it? Bring your own chair in this establishment? Good Lord. But, I mean, reluctantly, besides that, I will give the inside dining area a green check mark. There might not be ample seating, but there is large tables that you could basically sit on the floor, I guess, and eat up at the table, or you can stand and eat. Beside the fact that there's not enough tables, it is clean, and it's a lot warmer than outside. Believe me, I was just out there. I'm freezing my ass off here. So green check mark, clean dining area. Let's take a look at the customer service. Like the Canteen in Astera, we have old grandma here taking care of our needs. And I gotta tell you, just like the previous restaurant that we visited, she is very attentive and very caring about our health before we go into battle. So I have no complaints there. And come to find out, old grandma here is the grandma to the chef in Astera. So you know she runs a tight ship. And on top of all that, she gives beautiful customer service. And you know what that means. Green check mark, Grandma. You got yourself a green check mark. How do you feel about that? Good Lord. This is a wonderful place. Can we shut this door over here? Because I'm freezing my ass off. Dude, how do you guys heat this? What's your bill like? Looking at the back kitchen area, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed. Upon first glance, it looks very clean. Just like the restaurant in Astera, you look a little deeper, you're gonna find cleanliness everywhere. Once again, just like the restaurant in Astera, we do have a giant pot of healthy and hearty food being stirred by a very small cat. Not sure how he got that job. There are some safety precautions being ignored like in the last restaurant, but we're going to overlook those because that food looks absolutely beautiful. Right in front of Grandma in the main counter, we do see a lot of boiling pots of hot and ready food like Little Caesars, ready for consumption. And I gotta tell you, they're all well contained. They got lids on them so little bugs won't get in there, although it is winter, so I doubt there's any bugs. That's very safe, and the food is continuously kept warm with the fire underneath the table. Not sure how safe that is, but again, given the times that we're in, that may be acceptable. Under my watch, not a chance. We'd have a fire marshal check that out because that is unbelievable. But Grandma runs a tight ship here, and her area in particular is very clean. With hot and ready food, that's a double thumbs up, baby. We do see another cat preparing dough behind me, and I gotta tell you, that is really fantastic. This cat has it down to a science. And on top of that, the flat area that they're kneading the bread in is fucking clean as hell, man. You know how rare that is? They even have the flour down on the table. I'm assuming that's wiped out, every couple of hours just to keep it clean and stuff, and I have high hopes for this restaurant. So the fact that the cat's cooking dough in a clean area, great stuff, man. Good Lord. This place is great, isn't it? And the fire that the bread is being cooked in is really well contained, and I gotta tell you, I'm very impressed with that. And the other thing that I'm very impressed with is, you can't see it up there, but there is proper ventilation, which was an issue in our Skyrim restaurant review, if you remember that one. Now, the only thing that is concern of mine is the fire. Not any ventilation. Unless those are vents, but I doubt those are vents at all. I think those are just windows. The ventilation is a big concern of mine. But the fact that there's proper ventilation in here, that's fucking fantastic. This place is wonderful, good Lord. And they even cook some great bread. Oh my God. Dude, that is good. Overall, I'm very impressed with this restaurant. Dude, they fed me. They fed me so much bread. I'm kind of full right now. I gotta chew, hang on. All that being said, with the back kitchen inspection, you know what? Green check mark, man. This is fantastic. Good Lord, 4 out of 5 so far. What's the final point, you ask? Bathroom. You know what there isn't? A bathroom. Good Lord. What is with these places? Get a bathroom. Everything else is fucking picture perfect. But there's no place to use the facility as a customer or even the employees. Where do they go to the bathroom? Do they just go out back and pee in a pot? No. Good Lord, why do I have to? I'm filing paperwork and this place either gets shut down or the bathroom gets put in. Good Lord. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this wonderful restaurant review in the wonderful world of Monster Hunter World. And I want to thank Big Norv on Twitch for providing all the footage for this video. It's fantastic. Give him a follow. He's a good friend of mine. If you want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/officialjoeyc. I have to burp. Okay, there we go. For all your exclusive Joey C needs, exclusive check-ins, exclusive gameplay videos, a lot of behind-the-scenes videos. It's a lot of fun, and you'll support the channel. If you don't want to do that, you can hit subscribe. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. If you want to unsubscribe, you can do that too, man. I understand. Things change. And if you want to dislike the video, that's okay too. I won't hold it against you. If you want to follow me on Twitch, you can go to twitch.tv/officialjoeyc. We have a lot of fun there. We live stream all the time. Currently, we're live streaming Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. If you're watching this in the future, I'm probably live streaming Tears of the Kingdom 2 Electric Boogaloo. You know what I'm saying? Good Lord. Folks, thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Keep your eye out for the next video, episode, movie, live stream. Whatever it is, man, listen. Cherish the precious moments. Be loved. And stay, dude. Turn the green screen off. I can't believe I wore a winter coat in here because, dude, I'm sweating. I'm literally sweating from doing that. But I hope you enjoyed that bit. Oh, my God. Did I just pull my whatever this muscle is? I got to get out of here. Oh, God. Oh, do I have to poop?